The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Abercrombie denim is everything right now. Denim should feel like this. Confident, easy, like your butt has never looked better. If you didn't know, Abercrombie's Curve Love denim went viral in 2019 for eliminating waist gap, and it's still a game changer. Between that and their classic fits with a straighter line from waist to hip, the perfect denim does exist. Shop Abercrombie denim in the app, online, and in store.
This is Optimal Living Daily. Find Your Freedom. How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts, Part 1 by Ramit Sethi of I'llTeachYouToBeRich.com. And I'm Justin Malik. And today I have a bit of a longer post. I'll read the first half today and then finish the rest for you tomorrow. So with that, let's get right to Part 1 and start optimizing your life. Find Your Freedom. How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts, Part 1 by Ramit Sethi of I'llTeachYouToBeRich.com. There's an old joke. Two fish are swimming in a pond when an older fish starts swimming the other way toward them. When the older fish passes them, he nods and says, "Good morning, how's the water?" The two fish swim for a while before one of them looks at the other and asks, "What the hell is water?" Invisible scripts. Invisible scripts are truths so ubiquitous and deeply embedded in society that we don't even realize they're guiding our attitudes and behavior. Like water to a fish, they surround us even if we don't know it. This is a topic that doesn't get discussed often, mostly because invisible scripts are revealing. And the things they reveal might be some tough pills to swallow. But come on, this is I'll Teach You to Be Rich. We're going to talk about them. Invisible scripts and how to find them. Can you think of a belief you have that's pre-written by your societal values? For example, in Indian culture, parents will sacrifice virtually everything for their child to succeed. I remember watching a Bollywood movie with my mom, because I'm a great son, and watching a scene where the poor parents give their only air conditioning unit to their son while he studies. In the movie, young Indian men put aside their passions for a stable job which they can use to support their families. They have little interaction with women before marriage. Anything non-engineering or medical is looked down upon. We all nod at this saying, "Ah yes, those passionless Indian automatons." Well, that is until we look at ourselves in the mirror. Think about some of the biggest ones you might have heard. You need to go to college to be successful. After college, you need to get married, buy a house, and raise a nuclear family with 2.5 kids and a dog. You need to find a 9-to-5 job and grind away in an office until it's time to retire. See what I mean? They're called invisible scripts for a reason, and if you don't realize they're there or ignore them, they become traps ensnaring you into something you didn't necessarily even want to do just because you thought you had to. They're usually so subtle they'll pass through your mind completely undetected, all the while influencing what you think, say, and do. That's what makes them so dangerous. And invisible scripts don't have to be negative or false either. In fact, there are some that you might really believe in even after realizing that they're invisible scripts. That's okay as long as you realize any invisible script you adopt has the power to shape your life tremendously, especially when it comes to money. Over time, certain negative scripts become traps and their power to hold you back increases significantly. After years of research and hundreds of thousands of data points from talking to readers and listeners like you, I've discovered 4 specific invisible scripts that most frequently hold us back from a rich life. I want to show you them now and give you strategies for destroying them one by one. Invisible script number 1, I don't have any money, so I can't go to college. A while back, I started watching the show Friday Night Lights. As someone who hates sports, doesn't even know what sports season it is, and still doesn't understand how football is scored, I'm impressed with myself for watching this show. Anyway, it depicts a small Texas town and its love of football. True to form, I ignore the football parts and focus on analyzing the meta messages. I know I'm really fun at parties. Friday Night Lights explained a lot of things that have puzzled me about American culture. For example, in one episode, the dad spends his daughter's college money, prompting her to say, "Now I can't go to college." I was confused. Huh? You don't have money saved, so you can't afford college? What? Unfortunately, this is what most Americans believe, that if you don't have money, you can't go to college. This belief is reflected in our culture, TV shows, our educational system, high school counselors, and even our businesses, banks that promote 529s with fear tactics. Of course, it's simply not true. If you don't have money, you can still go to college if you know where to look. Solution? Apply for scholarships, loans, and grants. My family didn't have a lot of money when I grew up, and I went to one of the top universities in the country via scholarships. But even if I hadn't done that, there were still many options. Student loans. No, they're not uniformly evil, despite what everybody says. Grants, work study, a part-time job, and so on. In fact, the cultural script of no money equals no college is even more absurd when you actually know how college admissions and financial aid work. If you're poor, but you're skilled enough to get admission, most top universities will pay for your entire education. This is why you should apply to the best universities you can, regardless of money. Yet Friday Night Lights reflects our cultural values, which are so deep-seated that we don't even blink. No money equals no college, of course. But that's just an assumption, like so many of the invisible scripts that guide our lives. Invisible script number 2, I need to figure things out before I decide to earn more money. We think more information alone will change everything. It's human nature. Think about the people in your life, and it could be you, who obsessively research a product before buying it, or read thousands of articles on a hobby before picking it up, but never get to it because they're so overwhelmed by information. This is also called paralysis by analysis. And we even hear this invisible script from professors and so-called experts. Give people information so they can make the right decision. We internalize the idea that information alone will help us make a change. So we start saying things like, I need to do some research, or I need to figure some things out before I start. The truth is, if we wait on information alone, we never take action to accomplish our goals. We already know what we need to do. Do you think that an overweight person doesn't know they need to eat less and work out more? Do you think someone in debt doesn't know they need to stop overspending? When consuming more information doesn't work, we shift our attention to new learning tactics. But there's one thing we forget: by focusing on tactics, we're still doing the same things we've been doing all this time. What are we missing? Solution: get out of research mode and take action. The belief that we need more information prevents us from taking action and learning from real and painful mistakes. As we get older, we stop exposing ourselves to areas like this where we might fail. Instead, we read blog after blog about the topic to give ourselves the feeling that we're doing something. So how do you finally get off the sidelines and take action? I like to use a technique Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, uses, the regret minimization framework. Whenever you come upon a task or a goal you want to accomplish, ask yourself, will I regret not trying this when I'm 80 years old? Top performers know success isn't just about tactics or more information. They don't lean on the same mental crutches most people use, and neither should you. Invisible script number 3? Hear that on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, Find Your Freedom: How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts by Ramit Sethi of IWT.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
So good. So good, so good.
New fall arrivals are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Get ready to save big with up to 60% off Vince, Kurt Geiger London, and more.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
Because there's always something new.
Join the Nordy Club at Nordstrom Rack to unlock exclusive discounts on your favorite brands. Shop new arrivals first and more. Plus, get an extra 5% off every Rack purchase with a Nordstrom credit card. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Thank you to Ramit. I happen to be Indian as well, so I can definitely understand the culture he's talking about. But it's true, we might look at other cultures and think how strange it is, yet not see our own invisible scripts because we're so used to them. It's just like the joke about fish not knowing what water is. Same thing. And college was definitely like that for me growing up. It is an example of an unwritten rule. You might have had that one too. But that doesn't mean all of these invisible scripts are bad either. What matters is realizing that it is a script, like he said, because then it's about making a conscious choice, really diving deep to figure out if a path seems right to us and at the right time. So maybe today we can try to see some more of these invisible scripts, or see the water, as the joke goes, and try to figure out if we're swimming in the right direction, or maybe we're in the wrong pond completely. It's a lot to think about, but we're just halfway through the post for now. We'll start with number 3 tomorrow. So for now, thank you for being here and listening every day, and I'll see you tomorrow where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.